So without further ado, we are going to get the show started. Starting off, Will Glynn.
Why You Should Face Your Fears, by me, Will Glynn. Everyone has a fear, and today I will be encouraging you to face it. Avoiding your fear only makes your fear more scary. If you face it, it should start to fade, whatever it is. For example, I am very scared of heights, but when I went to Zion National Park and went to a very tall hike, I was scared, but I enjoyed the view very much. Also, at Disney, I was scared of the Yeti ride, but after I had rode it, I had so much fun and wanted to go on the ride again. Facing your fears can also increase your self-confidence and self-esteem and show you that you are more capable of doing things you once thought impossible. Building your confidence is very important because confidence is key in life for many reasons. An important thing in managing anxiety involves facing your feared situations, places, or things. It also helps you regulate your emotions. It is normal to avoid your fears. However, avoiding your fears prevents you from learning that the things you fear are less dangerous as you think. The things I have said today does not include doing anything dangerous or possibly harmful for yourself. Hopefully the next time you are scared of something, you can remember my TED Talk and face your fears.
What is your favorite type of book? Raise your hand if you like fiction. Raise your hand if you like non-fiction. Raise your hand if you like drama. Raise your hand if you like all types of books. See that? You all like different kinds of books. So, do you imagine what is happening in a book? Well, when you read a book, your imagination grows. So many ideas might pop into your head when you read. You might be reading a Harry Potter book and imagine his fight with Voldemort. I mean, you should not be mean. The more you read, the bigger your imagination grows. The more you imagine, the better you get at drawing pictures in the mind. I'm Ariel today, and I'm here to explain to you why you should read more books. When you start to read and imagine what is happening in the book, you put yourself in the character's shoes. What you're reading is what is surrounding you in that reality. The words go beyond the pages, and you're in that world until you decide to leave. According to most doctors, reading can help you focus better. If you can focus on reading, you can focus on math a bit better. Reading probably helps you get a job or a good grade on a test because of the creativity you get from reading. Reading exercises your brain. It helps you sleep too. It can entertain you if you're bored on the internet though. Reading reduces stress and it strengthens brain health. It gives you it makes you more creative and gives you better writing skills. Authors have to read to make a good book. If the author had never read before, the book would be horrible. Reading a book expands your vocabulary a lot. When you learn a word, you can learn a word, atrocious, when reading a book. Atrocious means extremely gross or unpleasant, by the way. Researchers at the University of Sussex found that participants who read for just 6 minutes experienced reduced muscle tension and a slower heart rate. Cunningham and Keith Eastinovich said that without reading, intelligence would never be the same. But The more you read, oh my gosh, the bigger your brain gets. Reading books is super important in many ways. Reading helps you learn to talk. When we read, we can deepen our thoughts on everything in life. It heightens our senses and it gives us empathy and perspective. When someone is telling a story, you can easily imagine this story now that you are big brain. You know what I find sad? Is that you probably haven't read a book in a week. So find a book you're interested in on Amazon. Thank you for listening.
Why should I eat healthy food? Choosing what to eat is a benefit that everyone on earth makes. There are consequences and benefits on what you eat. 3 benefits of eating healthy are: if you eat healthy, you may live longer. Eating healthy keeps your skin, teeth, and eyes healthy, and eating healthy supports your muscles. Do you like eating healthy food? Eating healthy food can protect you from many chronic non-communicable diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. A consequence of not eating healthy is that you can get a heart attack and stroke. Scientists say that eating healthy gives you a low risk of obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. According to scientists, fresh broccoli or any other vegetables, beets, spinach, and other leafy greens, kale, peanut butter, almond, pickles, and celery are good to eat. If you want a nutritious snack, then have ants on a log. Ants on a log is peanut butter, celery, and pretzel goldfish. An alternative for ants on a log is celery, Greek yogurt, and blueberries. Some healthy desserts are oat apple crisp, fruit and cheese, chocolate-covered frozen bananas, nut bars, poached pears, sweetened popcorn, chocolate milk, and frozen yogurt bars.
Do you think being kind is the right thing to do or being mean? Hi, I'm Anna Statue, and I personally like when people are kind to me, and I would assume you would like it too. When it was my first year at Covert, when I was in kindergarten, I was really nervous on my first day. I was scared of what was going to happen, and I had nothing to expect since it was my first year. Then I made it through the day and made so many friends because I tried to be kind to other people. And to this day, I'm still friends with all these people. And I'm not saying you always have to be kind. Everyone has their bad days. Let's play a game of raise your hand. Raise your hand if someone has ever been mean to you. Raise your hand if you have ever been mean to someone, on accident or on purpose. It's okay to not be kind every single second of your life, but it's good to at least try to be kind most of the time that you can. Those of us who are kind and compassionate experience clear benefits to our well-being and happiness. We may also live longer. Kindness also helps reduce stress and improves our emotional well-being. Kindness also eases anxiety. We have a lot going on in our lives, not to mention coronavirus pandemic in 2020 and lockdowns. This has pushed kindness aside from what is needed now. Kindness is contagious. Kindness can spread far and wide pretty quickly. The positive effects of kindness are experienced in the brain of everyone, whether you're giving, receiving, or observing kindness. This improves your mood and makes people significantly more likely to act kindly themselves. Kindness improves health. According to many scientific studies, kindness can trigger the release of a hormone known as an oxytocin that can help reduce stress and has even been shown to play a role in lowering blood pressure. and protecting the heart. So if you see someone you know looking sad, try to cheer them up by being kind. This is why it's important to be kind. Thank you for listening to my presentation about why kindness is key. Raise your hand if you exercise. I exercise every day actually. I'm a dancer, and when I go to dance class to exercise after school, I'm usually not feeling as energized as I am after dance, and that's actually because I'm exercising. After exercising, I won't feel tired anymore, and I'll still want to be active. Hello, I'm Caitlin Gianetta, and today I'll be talking to you about why it's important to exercise. Not a lot of people like to do household chores or get the groceries, but if you exercise, it can improve your muscle strength and boost your energy, which will help you to tackle daily tasks and make them much easier for yourself. Which adds on to what I said earlier about how I feel more energy after dance. It really isn't that hard to find some type of exercise. You can just play a sport once a week, or maybe go to the gym. You can even just walk around your house in circles if you wanted to. I play with my 4-year-old little sister. That's definitely lots of exercise. I exercise. Exercise can also improve your sleep. Who likes a good night's rest? I do, that's for sure. It takes me so long to fall asleep at night, and I don't usually get much sleep, and I'm super tired. Being tired sometimes produces stress and anxiety. But little did you know, exercise can help that too. When you exercise, it will reduce anxiety, stress, and any negative mood by improving your self-esteem. Some people might not like something about themselves, but exercise can boost their self-confidence and self-esteem. If you exercise, you won't have to worry about any of your stress. I hope you learned something from this TED Talk. Thank you for listening to my TED Ed presentation about why it is important to exercise. I would say that I smile a lot. So let me tell you a little story. I'm an Irish step dancer. One day at a dance competition, my teacher told me I had the biggest smile on my face she had ever seen. Just those words had really boosted my confidence. Now back to you. I know most of you probably went to work today. Now raise your hand if you went to work today with the biggest smile on your face. Okay, some of you. I bet you did. I can name 1,000,000 times I've seen people walking around with a face like this. It's not the most pleasant thing to see. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I'm Michaela Steins, and here's why smiling is so important. Smiling is contagious. You may just think that it's a rumor, but scientists have shown that your brain automatically notices other people's facial expressions and sometimes even mimics them. Hey, did you know that smiling can make you younger and more attractive? French scientist Jimmy Duchesne proved that the muscles in your face release when you smile, making you look younger and more attractive. So if you aren't feeling your best self, try smiling. You'll look even better. One of the most beautiful women in history, Marilyn Monroe, once said, "Smiling is the best makeup a girl can wear." And here's a fun fact. Smiling is the first facial expression a baby makes. This shows it's really important. Here's an image of someone who never smiles and someone who loves smiling. A 2010 study showed that smiling can help you live longer. Overall, happy people have a better life and a longer lifespan. Yep, smiling can make you live longer. Keeping a positive face can also help maintain a healthy body. When you smile, the muscles in your face send signals to the brain that help release immune-boosting hormones. Your immune system can go from this to this just from smiling. Smiling is a kind way to show someone you care. Just putting a smile on your face can make someone stay. For example, smiling can show things such as you are not alone and you are loved. It's hard to believe, but it really can make a difference. So whether you smile every day or don't smile at all, take this information into consideration.
When you're walking down the street and you see someone looking pretty sad, just give them a smile. It can really make their day. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, I'm Michaela Steins, and here's why smiling is so important.
Did you know that there are over 5 trillion pieces of garbage in the ocean? That's not right. Do you think it's right to be throwing garbage not in a garbage can? I don't, and I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. Hi, I'm Hartnell, and I'm excited to tell you about why pollution is bad for our environment. When wildlife, is pollution bad for the environment? Yes. When wildlife ingest garbage, you may block the airways or fill up their stomach, causing them to choke or stuck. Animals can also get tangled in garbage, most likely a garbage bag. They can get stuck and not be able to move freely. They would think garbage is a nice tasty treat and eat it, and get sick and die. It's not only wildlife, also our pets. Raise your hand if one of you has ever had their pet almost ate something off the floor. Mine has. This could put our family pets in danger. Can pollution affect us? Yes, pollution can affect us. Exposure to air pollution can affect everyone's health. If we breathe air pollution, it can enter our bloodstream and cause us to cough and get itchy eyes. And it can also cause breathing issues and lung diseases, leading up to cancer or death. Can pollution hurt the ocean? Pollution can make rivers and ocean waters not safe for humans and wildlife in some areas. This pollution is so bad that it causes beaches to be closed after rainstorms, and a bunch of areas are being shut down because of this issue. And I hope that won't come to us here in Long Island. Tips and tricks. Some things that people already do to help the environment are go to the beach and grab all the garbage off the sand. You don't have to just clean up the beach. Try to clean up the area you live in. For instance, if you want to be more helpful picking up trash, it's just a thing for you, and it helps the environment a lot. This is my opinion on why you should not pollute. You can help save the environment if you want to help. Even if you just clean up one piece of trash, it can really help. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk today about why you should not pollute.
Why I think dance should be considered a sport. You may consider dance a hobby, but I think it is more than just that. My name is Grace McMahon. Okay, we are going to play a little game. I'm going to ask some questions, and if they apply to you, raise your hand. If they do not, keep your hand down. Okay, so raise your hand if you have ever played a sport. Okay, put your hand down. Okay, raise your hand if you have ever did dance. You have to use physical activity in dance. And what is considered a real sport, you have to use physical activity too. In dance, you have to have skill. And in a sport, you have to have skill too. You can gain strength from dance. How may you ask? By doing jumping jacks and jazz or push-ups and hip-hop. You do that in a real sport. Most of the population uses dance to get stronger and to build self-confidence. In a sport, you will get confidence if you beat the best team in the league. So that's a very stimulating. You compete in dance and build skills in dance. And in sports, you compete and build skills. In dance, you need regular practice. The majority of the world-class athletes need regular practice too. Camille Renelle made competition a thing because she wanted to keep dancers alive. She also did it so scouts can see dancers and can get them onto Broadway and get them into bigger dance schools. In what is considered a real sport, there are scouts who can get them onto bigger teams just like dance. In both dance and sports, you have to be committed to learn routines and plays, and if you are not committed, you can get kicked out from both dance and sports teams. This is why I feel dance should be considered a sport. You have to build skills, build strength, be confident, and most of all, be committed. This is what athletes have to do in sports. Hope this makes your perspective change on why dance should be considered a sport. Thank you for listening. My name is Grace McMahon.
How many of you read before you go to bed? You. Yes. When you read, how long do you read before bed?
About a half hour.
When you read, do you think that your sleep quality is improved?
I would have to say I do.
Okay. According to the National Institute of Health, reading a book in bed before going to sleep improves sleep quality. In the intervention group, reading a book in bed, 42% of 156 people felt their sleep quality improved. And I speak from experience. I have trouble sleeping, and reading helps me because it takes me away from all my other thoughts and makes me just focus on the book and just the book. Hi, my name is Lucas Fallovini, and I'm here to talk about why reading is important. According to Yale's University of School of Public Health, reading can make your life longer. Reading helps develop empathy. When we read a book, we put ourselves in the story in front of us. This allows us to develop empathy as we experience the lives of other people. Did you know that if you have stress, reading can help reduce it? It can expand your vocabulary, like being able to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Mary Poppins was a book before it was a movie. If you love to read fiction, that can give you a boost of psychological confidence. Reading helps develop creativity because each story is unique and it's in its own way. They have twists and turns that you will not expect. There are novels that are super serious and some that are hilarious. You can write about anything. That makes reading awesome. Reading also increases how smart you are because every time you read a book, you are gaining information. You are constantly learning new things by reading. You do not have to read a super complex book to learn something new. Thank you, Mrs. Turchin and Mr. Galina, for supporting me. Thank you for listening.
People say vaccines are the worst, but if you dig into the research more, you'll find out they're not so bad. Let's start at the beginning. It was May 1796. Dr. Edward Jenner was found using a sharp-like material to fix 8-year-old Jane Bick's cowpox sore. We called it a vaccine. It was made to prevent deadly diseases like smallpox. But the question is, do we need vaccines? Yes, we really do. But Elsa, how did cavemen live without vaccines? Well, you have a point. Well, just because cavemen didn't have what we have doesn't mean there wasn't a solution. Here's the answer. Plant materials. You see now, those were the good stuff and still are. Herbs like rosemary would be used for medicine and natural diseases. They would also use other healthy things from natural resources. But there is a kick depending on when you get a vaccine. For example, my dad
once got a flu vaccine while you got the flu. You're supposed to get it after or before you get the flu to prevent it from happening again. But if you take it at just the right time, or maybe just out of the ordinary, you will be just fine. I'm sure of it. Personally, vaccines are something you can choose to get depending on the doctor you have or just a certain vaccine. But look, I'm not calling myself out on this one. It took me 2 months to get a blood shot because I was scared. But please do not make your doctor and patient fight you. Just go for it. Thank you for listening to the presentation on why we need vaccines.
Maybe one day you feel like you need a bit of exercise or a pick-me-up, and you have no idea what to do? Well, I have the perfect thing for you. Dance. It's not just fun, but it can also help you in your everyday life. Hi, I'm Emily McCarthy, and as you know, I take a lot of dance classes, including dance competition. And it was the day of my first dance competition, and I was about to go on stage, and I was so nervous. And once I went on, and when I was done, it felt like I wanted to go on 1,000 more times. Dance helps you build confidence, because now every time I go on stage, I feel a little bit better. But dance does not just help you build confidence, it also helps you stay fit. So maybe you want to have fun and get a workout at the same time. Dance is a perfect thing for you. In dance class, you play games and make up dances. You also stretch and do some exercises. And for all the adults, I know you think that taking a dance class might seem a little silly, but my mom was doing a dance class along with some of her friends. And if you ever need any help with the moves, I got your back. I was even helping my mom do a pas de bourrée and a saucette, but she could still never get it. But there you go. You have a perfect way to get a bunch of exercise and fun all in one. How about we play a game of put a finger down? Here are the rules. If the question applies to you, then you put a finger down. If it does not, then leave them how they are. Now let's start. Put a finger down if you ever danced. Put a finger down if you have ever been to a dance party. Put a finger down if you have ever been in a competition and you need to be flexible or good at dance. Put a finger down if you like to dance. Put a finger down if you have had to dance in front of people. Okay, now see how many fingers you put down. Then those are some good reasons why dance is a good thing. And no matter what age you are, dancing is and will always be a fun thing to do. Thanks for listening.
Do any of you know how to make a baby alien fall asleep? You rock it. Have you ever had a bad night's sleep and been grumpy that day? Here's why. My name is Colin Gately, but my friends call me Greatly, and today I'll talk about sleep. Sleep plays a vital role in your daily well-being. It may seem obvious that sleep is important, even without fully grasping what sleep does for us. We know that going without sleep for too long makes us feel terrible, and that getting a good night's sleep can let us feel ready to take on the world. Scientists have gone great lengths to fully understand sleep's benefits. In studies of humans and animals, they have discovered that sleep has a critical role in the immune function, memory, learning, and other vital functions. During sleep, your body is working to support a healthy brain function and maintain your physical health. For young children and teens, a good night's sleep helps growth production. Getting a bad night's sleep for many nights in a row can lead to long-term bad health conditions. Sleep is important for every part of the body. It is especially important for children as their bodies and minds develop. In young children, lack of sleep can be associated with difficult behaviors, lower capacity to learn and retain information, and it even makes you want to eat junk food. When we miss sleep in order to keep up with our 24/7 world, we pay a price with our ability to learn, our health, safety, and our quality of life. The amount of sleep a person gets varies by age, but it is recommended they should get 7 hours or more of sleep. Sleep is also very important for athletes. The less you sleep, the more likely you are to get hurt. If you are hurt, sleep is also very important for recovery. If you do not get a good night's sleep, it will affect your performance on the field. If you are having trouble sleeping, here are some tips to help. Be consistent. Try going to bed at the same time every night. Make sure all of your devices in your room are turned off. Avoid large dinners and caffeine before bed. This is why sleep is important for people of all ages. Thank you for listening to me and all my friends, and thank you, Mr., Mrs., and Mr. Galino for the help.